So the videos got interrupted because I was explaining everything very effectively. But pretty much, to put it in short term, I ingested some marijuana. And like I said before I ingested it, or before I even got high, I guess, I said it like as I was ingesting it, that the opportunity was going to be used to create a bunch of short-reached physiological accusations in the sense that because I'm logically sound and logically structured in a way that you can't avoid admitting is right, creating another event to host a new sets of logic off of to get away with attacking me in a tertiary way, which is essentially what this whole thing's always been, just a cycle of that. Is purposely putting in information and stimulus within the shared rendered social complex that would keep me confused so that I'm never confident in my actions compared to the rest of like social and ethical positioning. And to also create the instance of an idea of failure that is so powerful that I'm not even certain that I failed. And it's the same thing. These concepts here want to, okay, so there's something physically occurring to kind of distract from what I'm saying, even though it's very valid. But here we got something that's just gonna be here. We just pay attention to this, so you don't gotta acknowledge it, right? So concepts want to create logical instability. If he's right, then why did this occur? He's not certain that it occurred. Faulty syllogism arguments about if he's such a genius, he should know. But also, I respect privacy, and also I'm very confident that these events just couldn't occur out of nowhere. Now, you almost got me with the images that were being used here, because you established early on that because I was high, that these new images, like I think it's David Fern, or what's his name, the salad finger animations online, right? That level of seeing things means a new state of realness. Like the concept was like an insect, really. Like it was like the insect understanding of the human body, trying to say this is a rule now. And then it like went on to say, because this is a rule, these images are also real. And that means that this is happening. And I was like, all right, here's the thing. That level of planning would take a lot of communication, a lot of getting things structurally set up in everyone's mind to justify it. And the fact that it wouldn't be more open to me at this point is a sign that something is invalid, and therefore it cannot be occurring without you guys just straight up accepting that it's wrong, and trying to do well, bad things just fucking happen to people and it doesn't matter. And we're also, I'm being reminded here of the whole structure of everything, which is creating a tertiary event to host new logic off of, to avoid, that's fucking annoying, to avoid facing the fact that I was structurally and effectively logically pieced together in a way that was just unavoidable once you went into it. So this right here is the pattern of what's been going on this entire time, just creating new instances of events to quote off of instead of facing all of the logically and tangible occurring facts. Once again, because I'm not more certain of it, in fact, I still have like my connected precedence of confidence for why everyone's doing what they would be doing in this situation, which they aren't doing here. But the goal is to like drill it into my head, make it seem like it was happening. People are gonna choose the route of a lie, and just in a group, because it's more people doing it. But because it's just concepts trying to create a bunch of instances they can add to the history of mind to make it less survivable. For instance, like, this guy did this, he let this happen, that's who he is, that's all the shit he was saying, all that stuff about life, it doesn't matter how much sense he was making, this is still happening, okay? This is still going on, okay? And so, it's pretty much just like this, yeah, he was right, but when I pushed him over, he still fell on the ground. And that's how I'm kind of like, there's no way that you guys just don't recognize here how easy it is for me to kind of like scramble this entire connection just because it's avoiding making sense. And your whole setup here is that's just what was happening. It's not our fault that you weren't paying attention. Oh, you're living in your own world. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm living. That's annoying me, dude. That's really annoying me. So now I'm seeing physiological occurrences that help them have confidence in their own concept, give them sayability against me. Like say that I'm below them so that they can feel good. And these haven't been occurring in any of the other videos. So once again, we're just stuck in a state of people just choosing to go forward in the physiological routes rather than logo tangible routes, which is what like justifies a clean physical occurrence. But here's a couple of things. Hey, after you just said that those things occurred, you kept me. I was still good. I was still standing, and I even was able to observe a situation in which I was piecing together still a lot of information without any problem. So what's really here is like this team efforted desire to just make me to make it unclear on my end what's going on, so that no matter what route I take, it's wrong. Because but the issue is, because it's your goal to create a short like a structure that I need to say the right thing within, and I know that that's what this is. You're pretty much just like when I'm not looking, doing this. He needs to say exactly what was happening, or else we don't have to respect him anymore. And it's like, as far as it goes, the thing about choice is that you also have privacy for that reason. That separation is still going to provide privacies that I can't get around. And the idea that there are people who can get around it, I think is largely just being played up upon using strategies of like vague sayings that could generally apply to any situation, combined with like real general social interactions that are occurring, but also goals and intentions that were set far back to justify these physical occurrences. And that's what I mean in these senses of people who want to just create a story for my concept to claim that it gives them a better social or occurable position logically than mine, regardless of what matters anymore and what's true. That this attempt to create stories around my character that I can't do anything about is essentially like people just walking around saying, yeah, and then this is what happened to him, yeah, and then this is what happened to him, yeah, we got him, there's no way he can survive this, there's no way his concept can live after that. And so it's just like, I'm not trying to say everyone should be embarrassed, but you are gonna have to let this go. I mean, I'm pretty sure you already have, and I was noticing that a lot of my like regular just structure was getting through, even at the attempt to like keep yourself physically construed. So yeah, I'm still feeling the effects of the marijuana, but I'll be fine. I'm already very confident in what's going on. I didn't lose any of my structure. Like, it would have been different if after I got high, this changed. Like the all of this stuff that I wrote down changed. But it appears to be the same. I still appear to be in the same environment, and if things worked the way you guys claimed they were, there would have been a lot more immediate changes that I would have just had to accept and face, instead of just the drilling of accusations that I can't confirm at the reach that you're claiming that it occurs for everybody. So stepping into the next phase of whatever this is, and I think we've done it. We've separated the people who deserve the hell that it is I've been made responsible to give, and the people who just kind of need to be organized to be removed and separated from that group of people. The structure of the computer that's trying to race for confirmation to claim that its concept of who I am is more valid by people just agreeing to it by hush value integration. So yeah, just gonna keep going here, and we're gonna see what happens. So I'm noticing the strategy of putting the images in my head is still very, very just saying you don't know what's going on, and that's what it's relying on while making the accusation that I'm so smart that I should know what's going on, and if I don't, then I'm not as smart as I think I am. Very, very desperate conceptual pools here. Like that's extremely desperate. Like in the sense that these people have full 100% confidence in what they believe is the right thing to do. And at this point, they're only using short images and short, like, out of nowhere occurrences that they claim happened. That me not knowing how they happened or why it was justified, regardless of what I believe, is proof of something. If I believe it occurred, it's proof that I don't know what I'm talking about. If I don't believe it, it's just gonna get drilled to keep an uncertain hold on my ability to have a valid and strong influence on the environment. But that is also faulty syllogistic logic that's occurring within a limited understanding of events themselves. So, yeah. I mean, at this point, that level of effort, I wouldn't need to piece anything together. I wouldn't need to write it on notepads. What is this? What do you call this again? What are these called? What is it called? Paper notes? Is that what they're called? Why do I want to say clip notes? Anyway, I wouldn't need to like do any logic here. Like at that point, from what you're like trying to convince me of, and y'all can like keep trying to call me schizophrenic or whatever, but we know what we're keeping up with here. I'm not playing this game of well, he needs to be able to prove that somehow. Like I'm not just gonna accept that he's crazy because that's just kind of like fucking with me, and I don't like it. So just this general idea of like you did something from a far distance that I can't do anything about, nor can I prove it. But it happened. No, it really happened. And if you don't get that by now, you shouldn't even like, I don't know. You shouldn't even try anymore. Like, so, yeah. I'm ending all the concepts that tried to participate in this. I did warn, and I did make it extremely clear that I'm 100% right regardless of what you do next. I'm 100% in the right. I fully explain the situation. At this point, if your strategy is to delete my videos, to change the history of what occurred and then hide that shit, you're pretty much just admitting that I was right this whole time and that what you're doing is wrong. And if you're going for like trying to be like, no one's gonna ever believe this, it's too many people. He was just crazy this whole time. Look, delete this. How's he gonna know? Change this. How is he gonna know? No one's gonna believe it. And it's like I'm a very intelligent guy. Like I keep trying to tell you, it isn't about what's socially believed. It's about what's actually occurring. And your desire to create a systematic rule of reducing events to a pretextual context. I said text twice. To a conceptual preset of short reach spontaneous happening. It's just evidence to me that I'm still dealing with a large group of liars, not even probably that large, and that they're just kind of like trying to keep things within this state of not being able to determine what's happening, and that's how I know that it's just a frustration tactic to try and drive me over the edge, because like I said, if this was certain, that it would be obvious. Like at this point, like with the power that you would have had at that point, and like come on, like at this point, you just fucking hack my YouTube, you need to fucking hack my tablet, show me videos of it happening. You know what I'm saying? Like put a video of it happening on there. Like at that point, that would have been the next logical move. Like, nah, nigga, we got you. It's over. We're done. Like that's what I would have expected from like a real like we're doing it thing, right? And you got these other concepts that might have actually occurred, that you might have actually set up, but even then, y'all have admitted that it's logically or structural, and have tried to create new instances of character quotes to use to justify doing it or getting away with it. So like once again, we're still at the point where you know that you need to at least have logical sound, or else you're gonna go into a deeper state of flesh limitation, in which you chose that all that matters is that your flesh exists and the patterns of it are all we have to act out now, and you chose the state of having to constantly prove that that's the way things are, and fighting every time you get logically dead-ended because you reach the end of your flesh, which is why you're supposed to see more than what's happening. You're not supposed to just see this and go, oh, this is life. No, you're supposed to be like, bro, what the fuck, until you're like, oh, okay, so these are all the things that are possible, and these are the things that are general. Oh, let me drink some milk right quick. Yeah, but like I said, I won the war. Um, if people are actually gonna do anything, I guess we'll find out. The whole point of like what happened today was is that just like light shining off my lip? What is that? It's like just trying to like create a frustration of uncertainty to open up spaces to like do more things to me and get away with it regardless of what makes sense, because you keep wanting right and wrong. You keep wanting to like make the accusation that I'm not right, and we notice that when he isn't saying this stuff, nothing really stops us. And it's like, well, yeah, nigga, that's what conversations are for, to test out the logic before we act on things, and also understand that when you're not saying certain things, this isn't happening either. So, like, just all, this is fun for me. It's fun for me. But the level of effort that went into setting it up and keeping a wall in between me that forces me to jump to like just a conclusional suicide, just jump the distance no matter what's right, no matter what I'm certain of, and just have to deal with what I believe at that point or what I said that was happening and keep it going. And no, you can't go back now. See, you're wrong, you're stupid. No, don't change your mind. You can't go back. That's what you said was happening, right? Yeah, all that dumb shit. So, yeah. So, I'm not sensing any signs of violence. I am sensing that you're still gonna do insults, but they're all based on trying to avoid all the facts. So I mean, at that point, the more you do that, the more I'm just like, yeah, you keep getting smaller and smaller. You keep constantly fucking building up the reason that this is happening for you. Keep trying to make it seem like you haven't realized what this is. I mean, that's really gonna harden on you, not knowing what's going on. Like you're not gonna be able to keep that and be in control of the situation. You know that, right? Like that preventing yourself from understanding. And you can say that I'm doing the same thing here, but I'm genuinely piecing it together. At this point, the only reason I would believe that you're being honest about any of the things you're beaming into my head because you need to frustrate me into fucking action. I just forgot what I was gonna say because you're that desperate. But you just. The amount of effort that's just going into like trying to break my concept so that you can have say ability to occur against it. The amount of effort that's going into just being like, no, I'm not listening to all that shit. I keep that out of my head. That's all I need to know, even though I don't know this, and this exists in the same position as all the other information that I'm getting rid of. All that dumb shit, dude. Physiological continuation. Oh no, I made it. Alright. Well, if you watch this video and you don't know what I'm talking about, it's all good. If you know what I'm talking about and you still think that I'm wrong, you're dead. Like what else do I need to say or do at this point? Like seriously, bro. Like that's just crazy. Like your dead end strategy was doesn't matter what was happening now. That's your dead end strategy. It doesn't matter what was happening now. So like we're not acting on the truth anymore. We're just acting on the last thing our bodies did. I fucking killed people, bro. Oh man, I'm gonna go. All right.